I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're uncovering the incredible story of Janice Holliman, one of my favorite guests. I'm delighted to have her back on the show. She has written a powerful book. It is called I Am a Survivor. This memoir details her journey through numerous life-threatening illnesses, showcasing her faith, hope, and endurance. We will look at her remarkable resilience and the lessons she shares on overcoming immense challenges. We're delighted to have this very talented author on our show once again. We thank the folks at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her in the spotlight, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Janice, great to see you here today.
Good to be here today.
We appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your medical journey with us from the pages of the book, I Am a Survivor. Tell us why you decided to write that book anyway.
Well, I know in 1998, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease,
Mm.
and that meant that I was with my gastrologist for ever since then. And so through the years, up until 2018, he kept insisting that I write a book
Mm.
because he had noticed after diagnosing me with Crohn's that all the other challenges of my health that I was facing. And so he was just so worried every time I would go under the knife. And because I would wind up going under the knife, they really like about every 16 months.
Mm.
And he was so scared that that was it. It was going to turn into full-blown cancer.
Mm.
Because really, that's what Crohn's really is, nothing what I call the little C, which is going to turn to cancer. So
Yeah.
in 2018, he came to me when I went to the office and he said, "Look, I've told you through the years that you need to write a book, but everything that you've gone through, you have a story to tell that you could be able to encourage so many people." And like I told you, right now, I have 10 patients that have Crohn's disease.
Mm.
And out of the 10, you're the only one that has not turned into full blown cancer yet. So
Wow.
that's why you could encourage so many people. And so,
Amazing.
yeah, so really in 2019, after two accidents, 20 days apart, which was not my fault,
Mm.
I'm like, okay, with a diagnosis from the hospital when I went from the first one, I'm like, I guess it's time to write this book.
Yeah.
So then that's when I decided in 2019.
Well, we're glad you did write the book because I think it's going to help a lot of people who are facing health challenges like you have faced during your life. Faith has been very important to you always. Can you tell us a little bit how faith has played a crucial role in helping you overcome your health challenges?
Well, faith has to do with belief, and belief is where you believe in something to the core of your heart, your being. And that means that you do not waver from that faith. And no matter what, how dark the clouds may get in your life, and I know for my life, because I continue to this day battling with illnesses and different illnesses, and there's new serious things that's coming up. Like right now, I am facing two surgeries that's coming up.
Mm.
So for me, faith has always been there because I have trust, and that's where trust has to deal with. Because if you don't have trust, you really don't have faith in something, and that I do, and I have faith deeply in what I believe.
Well, we wish you luck and we will keep you in our prayers as you face your latest health challenges, those surgeries that are upcoming. What advice would you give to others facing their own health battles based on your experiences?
Well, first of all, I do not say why me.
Mhm.
I say, what can I learn from this? Because through the years, I used to wonder, what is my purpose? Why I'm here? But then, when as I was writing, then I realized what my purpose is, And that is to be able to help others, which something that I was already doing.
Mm-hmm.
It came to light, epiphany. You can say the light was turned on for me to see that. And I'm like, oh, wow. And it gave me the warmth and the peace and the calmness that whatever is happening to me, that I am here to help other people to realize that it's okay to have something wrong with us because we're not perfect. And that
Right.
means that we are born in sin and that we are going to have these illnesses and trials and tribulations and everything that we have.
Yeah.
But how we view it. And that means that healing ourselves start with the mind. And
Yeah.
that is the first part. That is where we focus. That is what we look at. And that is how we begin healing and begin sharing and begin keeping our minds in a light of brightness of not anger, but of thankfulness for every moment of the day, because that's what I do. I live by the moment, not by the day, not by
Yeah.
the day. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. It's hard to keep that mindset when you're not feeling well, when you feel like, oh no, another surgery. But instead of turning your back against God and saying, why me and how could you? And you've embraced God, right?
I every split second of the day.
Yeah.
Every split second of the day. If I could count how many times I pray, I haven't prayed enough.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Tell me what you hope readers take away from your story.
Well, I hope readers take, first of all, I would like for you to come in before you read it, is to have an open mind and an open heart.
Mm.
And to really to see that my book is not focused on the negative of what's going on, but it's focused on the positive of how you can view things, even though sometimes people have issues, have problems, and they worry all the time.
Mm.
But I focus on don't worry. I have a scenario, what you call a brown bag scenario. Pick up three scenarios of working out a problem when you have it, and take it and put it in a mental brown bag, and then put it in a mental drawer and leave it there until that issue come up, because it
Mm.
may be weeks or months. So why are you going to sit there and worry about something weeks or months and let it rob you of your joy and make you miserable all the time? When you figure something out and put it away, you know that it's there. And then when it's time to handle it, then you will pull it out and you're ready. Then if A don't work, B don't work, you have C
Yeah.
don't work. Oh, well, I'm still alive. So,
Yeah.
that's that,
Yeah.
move
Mm.
on. That's it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
How important has it been having a support group around you, whether it's friends or family or others who, you know, can help you through your difficult times?
Wow. That is something that is very important, because you don't want to feel like that you're on a ship alone when the waves are, you're in a terrible storm and you feel like you're being knocked down and you are alone all by yourself, and you can't feel like you can't stay up. The boat is dipping down into the ocean, but then it keeps coming up and keep knocking you down. And you
Mm.
really have to think about it. Why am I able to keep getting up? It's to support that you have, from whatever way it may come, within yourself, from your families, from your friends, from strangers, or even just encouraging someone else. That is what keeps you going. And
Yeah.
always, really, even though I know that it's not easy for everyone to think in a positive way
Mhm.
for something when it's happening to them negative, but don't let it take every moment of your day,
Yeah.
because that's the most miserable thing. It's easier to smile than it is to frown.
Yeah.
So really and truly.
Absolutely. And, illness takes away a lot from you. Don't let it take away from your life. Just don't be completely focused on that. Focus on the good parts of your life, the times that you're not sick, the times that you're feeling well, beautiful days like this one, that's for sure. What was it like writing this book?
Uh, it was, I am not a writer. First of all, I
Mhm,
had to give that to my husband. That
mhm,
was his dream, something that he always wanted to do. But I was kind of pushed into doing it. And when I did it, I realized, oh, wow, it's not as hard as I thought. Because the
mhm,
reason why for me, and I'm a type of person that speak from the heart. Everything that I say is from my heart and I feel it. And that means I have gone through with it. I know someone that have gone through with it and I have seen things. So I'm speaking from personal sight or personal experience. And so that meant that it's much easier for me to write it and to put it down. And as I was writing in my book, you will see like conversations in there that you and I are having word to word.
mhm,
And I realized that I have a partially like to say photographic memory on certain things. And that is how I wrote it. And I know sometimes people may get writer's block.
mhm.
But when you get writer's block, just stop, walk away, go do something else, and then come back.
Yeah.
It's just like, I view it like this, like when you sitting at a fire in the winter and at a fireplace and the wood is burning and the flame is just coming, and that's just like your words coming out. All
Yeah.
of a sudden, it dies down. You have that scream there.
Yeah.
And that screen is to keep that fire in. I mean, you not getting too much light or too much oxygen to need to be
Mhm.
stirred up. So what you need to do is take and pull that screen back.
Yeah.
That means like step away and then poke that fire, do
Yeah.
something else, and then come. And then when you do that, what happens? That fire start blazing again. That means that your mind is going to open up again,
Yeah.
and then you can be able to write again.
Great. That is a great analogy. I will keep that in mind the next time I get writer's block. Janice Holliman has written a wonderful book. It is called I Am a Survivor. It is a powerful memoir that details her journey through numerous life-threatening illnesses, and it showcases her faith, hope, and endurance. And it'll give you faith, it'll give you hope, and it will give you endurance to face your hard times as well. Janice, thanks so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
You're so welcome.
I
You're so
appreciate your
welcome.
time. So good
Uh-huh.
talking with you again. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.